everybody. This is the Officially Unofficial Geek channel here, and I am going to be doing a little reaction video. So if you know what this is, get it back in the camera. If you know what this is, then you know what I'm about ready to do a reaction on. I decided to go ahead and do this live. Hey, Mary. So if you know what this is, you know what time it is. And that means it is time for a Doctor Who trailer. I, for one, knew this was probably going to be coming soon because they did make the announcement earlier on. I believe it was earlier this week on the date that they were going to be airing their next special, which is called Legend of the Sea Devils. I totally on board for a Doctor Who pirate adventure. I think the last time we had a Doctor Who pirate adventure was with Matt Smith during his second series as the Doctor, and that was when he was still with Amy and Rory. I love my son. This is one of a few that I have. So anyways, if you know about Doctor Who, you know the importance of the sonic screwdriver and the different versions of it that there are. And yeah, so anyways, if you're here, you probably know who the Doctor is. So let's get right to it. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead. Hi, Jen. I'm going to say hi, Jen. And hi, Mary. Okay, so reaction video, new Doctor Who trailer. I haven't done very many of these, so stick around with me here. So let's see here. I'm going to share screen. Window, Chrome tab. I'm going to go like this. Working it out here, working it out. Okay, so this would be much better if I had this. We're going to move this tab to a new window. We're going to make this so that I can actually know that, yeah, okay, groovy. I'm still learning, friends. Still learning. Okay, so, all right. I have been a fan of Doctor Who for quite some time, so let's cut the talk and go
Sea Devil.
Let's start that again. Hold on.
Sea Devil.
That is a nasty looking dude.
Coming straight for us.
That's impossible.
It's like that ship. It's kind of like Davy Jones' ship in
Where's the
Pirates
crew?
of the Caribbean.
Wheels?
And that is an actual
chance.
legendary figure. I believe they are actually.
Did you just stand up like this? You're like a kid sometimes. Thanks. Say hello to my crew. Order's been disrupted.
Because of you. Because of what you unleashed.
You want to create chaos.
Well, what the heck did she unleash?
Man the cannons.
Oh,
The ship is going down.
And the thing is I'm wondering did she unleash the Sea Devils, or did she unleash the what is the Sea Devil? Is it the thing that looks like all Kraken-like that's like
Don't forget to click
going
below
through
and
the
subscribe
ocean,
to the official Doctor Who.
or is it the dudes that are actually standing there talking to them? One has to wonder. You know what? Let's watch it one more time, and this time I'm just gonna watch it and not say a goddamn thing. Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Let's resume.
Sea Devil.
Coming straight for us.
That's impossible. I'm King. Pirate Queen.
Where's the crew? Wheels? We don't stand a chance.
Yes! Did you just stand up like this? You're like a kid sometimes. Thanks. Say hello to my crew. What has been disrupted?
Because of you. Because of what you unleashed.
You want to create chaos.
It is our time.
Man the cannons. The ship is going down. Down!
Right on, right on. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So like, basically, we've got, um, right? Like, I never knew I needed pirates and Doctor Who until I knew I needed it. The thing is I love when the Doctor does actually get to go and visit actual historical beings, which I believe that this is the, oh my gosh, I forget her name, but it's either the same thing as the historical character, historical figure. There's a Chinese woman that was a pirate, known as a pirate. I think she said, I think Madam Chi, what she mentions in the trailer, is actually the name. But I like that this is, it's a different kind of pirate, different area of piracy than what we've gotten last time with the piracy, which is the episode, like I was mentioning earlier in the stream. I don't know if you saw it. If you don't know much about Doctor Who, you do. The thing is about Doctor Who fans, Mary. If you make the statement that you don't know much about Doctor Who in front of a Doctor Who fan such as myself, we have to refrain ourselves from just completely going into a complete and total, disposition about the incomplete history of Doctor Who and who is our doctor and our favorite companion and why you should be watching Doctor Who. See, this is a dangerous thing to have happen. So just so you know, in the future, I'm going to refrain today. In the future, if you say something like that, if you say something like that, you might unleash the wild beast Whovian in me. And just so you know, favorite doctor, David Tennant. Favorite companion in the new Who is Donna Noble. Favorite doctor of the classic series is Sylvester McCoy, and favorite favorite companion of the classic series is Sylvester McCoy's Ace. Ace is one of those ones that if you've never heard of a Dalek before, and you find out later on, this woman actually took a baseball bat to a Dalek. So yeah, Donna Noble. Really funny, Jen. Donna Noble. I went to Wizard World a few years back in Chicago, and the main reason I went ahead and went to Wizard World was because Alex Kingston was going to be there, and there was going to be an opportunity to take a picture with Alex Kingston, and I had to do it because Alex Kingston is Professor Riversong. I'm sure you probably knew that, but for the people watching at home, I had to meet Alex Kingston, and as much as and how easy I have of a time of talking under normal circumstances, I lost all sense of speech in front of Alex Kingston. Now, Donna, Catherine Tate, was also at the same convention, and I only had enough money to really set up a picture with one of them, and I chose Riversong because to me she's one of my most favorite characters that's kind of a companion but kind of not, because she's pretty much on the same level as the Doctor, but Catherine Tate was there, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I yelled across the like several feet away from her. I yelled out, "You're my favorite companion." And she heard me, and she turned around, she started looking, and she just said, "Thank you." And I was like, "Oh my God, she actually heard me. Oh my God." I totally go completely nuts involving um, anything about Doctor Who. And someday I someday hope to maybe meet Catherine Tate. That would be lovely. I would love to just meet any person from Doctor Who. You could be like, this person was on one episode and they were mostly covered in um, Cybermen gear, and I'd be like, hey, cool. What was it like to be around David Tennant? Um, because David Tennant. Um, so I was unaware, though. Would you consider yourself, Jen, than a Whovian? Because that's lovely to know that if you're a Whovian, that would be great. I would love to know who your doctor is. Um, because I want to see if it's the same one as mine. Because that's the other thing. You can never go into a chat and be like, such and such is the best doctor, because that is sure to get a swift reaction. So I try never to be like, such and such is the best doctor. Such and such is my doctor. My doctor being David Tennant. He is the first doctor I ever watched. First episode I ever saw of Doctor Who was it was a 2-episode arc, and it was called Silence in the Library and Forest of the Dead, and that's probably why I love River Song so much. Oh God, I love Doctor Who, but I don't know if I'm a Whovian since I haven't caught up since Capaldi. A lot of people kind of fell off after Capaldi, and I stuck with it. It's one of those things where it's like, if you're going to go into it, you have to be able to deal with the fact that there's an entire like not an entire fandom. There's a good portion of the fandom for Doctor Who that can't get over the idea that there is a female doctor. Jodie Whittaker, real talk, Jodie Whittaker was fantastic. Um, yes. Well, the thing is what's lovely about him is he's the one that really brought it back, and he's the one that when they brought it back in the year the season that he did it, it was like they felt like they were trudging on um, uneasy ground, because they'd gone so long without it. And the fact of the matter is that this whole, uh, bringing it out into, the United States with number 8, which is Paul McGann, that it bombed so badly that they were apprehensive of doing it, but they decided go ahead and do it. And that's when they cast number 9 with Chris Eccleston, and that man in his leather jacket brought it all back for us. Regardless of the fact that he was only in it for one series. So, did you watch Capaldi? Because really, if you watched Capaldi, if I'm understanding your comment correctly, if you watch Capaldi, you're all set. You're all set to go ahead and jump in and watch Whittaker. I'm gonna say flat out right now, the first season of Whittaker, not as great as the second season. That first season, they've changed doctors and showrunners, and it feels like they really were just handling. Okay, so if you've only seen like one episode of Capaldi, you are missing out. You are missing out. Missing out completely. Capaldi is right up there. If David Tennant is my doctor, my favorite, Capaldi is probably second favorite. And what's really cool about Capaldi's doctor is that there's something different comes from each actor that contributes to the Doctor Who lore. Where with Peter Capaldi's doctor, we actually got a doctor that played guitar, and it was so cool. But the biggest moment, I think, actually for Doctor Who. Let's see here. One of the biggest moments actually for Doctor Who is there's this one particular moment in Doctor Who where you have the Doctor's don't go to war speech, and I don't know if you've ever seen it, but like it is really awesome, and a lot of people would yeah, there it is. So like a lot of people, like when everything started with the Ukraine and Russia and everything like that, and then talking about the threat of nuclear stuff and everything like that, and chemical weapons. I saw a lot of like Whovians posting this at a protest for what Russia's aggressions, and it's actually like really just probably the best thing since, well, anything. Yeah, there's gonna be an ad. That sucks. But like
stuff. We love
no, it's
stuff.
like 20 million
And there's some
freaking
really
ads.
great
Like,
stuff out there.
lovely.
But I doubt that any of us.
Skip the ad.
So let me ask you a question about this brave new world of yours. When you've killed all the bad guys, and when it's all perfect and just and fair, when you have finally got it exactly the way you want it, what are you going to do with the people like you? The troublemakers. How are you going to protect your glorious revolution from the next one?
We'll win.
Oh, will you? Well, maybe you will win. But nobody wins for long. The wheel just keeps turning. So come on. Break the cycle.
Why are you still talking?
Because I want to get you to see, and I'm almost there.
Do you know what I see, Doctor? A box. A box with everything I need. A 50% chance.
For us too.
And we're off! Fingers on buzzers! Are you feeling lucky? Are you ready to play the game? Who's going to be quickest? Who's going to be luckiest?
This is not a game!
No, it's not a game, sweetheart, and I mean that most sincerely.
Why are you doing this?
Yes, I'd quite like to know that too. You set this up. Why?
Because it's not a game, Kate. This is a scale model of war. Every war ever fought right there in front of you. Because it's always the same. When you fire that first shot, no matter how right you feel, you have no idea who's going to die. You don't know whose children are going to scream and burn. How many hearts will be broken? How many lives shattered? How much blood will spill until everybody does what they were always going to have to do from the very beginning? Sit down and talk! Listen to me, listen. I just want you to think. Do you know what thinking is? It's just a fancy word for changing your mind.
I will not change my mind.
Then you will die stupid. Alternatively, you could step away from that box. You could walk right out of that door, and you could stand your revolution down.
No. I'm not stopping this, Doctor. I started it. I will not stop it. You think they'll let me go after what I've done?
You're all the same, you screaming kids. You know that? Look at me. I'm unforgivable. Well, here's the unforeseeable. I forgive you. After all you've done, I forgive you.
You don't understand. You will never understand.
I don't understand. Are you kidding me? Of course I understand. I mean, do you call this a war, this funny little thing? This is not a war. I fought in a bigger war than you will ever know. I did worse things than you could ever imagine. And when I close my eyes, I hear more screams than anyone could ever be able to count. And you know what you do with all that pain? Shall I tell you where you put it? You hold it tight. It burns your hand. And you say this: no one else will ever have to live like this. No one else will ever have to feel this pain. Not on my watch.
Right? Right? So that's just one of the moments that you know is just really good, and it gets away from why I wanted to do this. Obviously I did this to share you know, my reaction to the new trailer, but I, you know, it just that's a moment that just kind of always gets to me. It's pretty cool. And if that hasn't convinced you to run out to your HBO Max if you have it and just start streaming and streaming Capaldi's Doctor Who, I don't know, I don't know. Especially in that first couple seasons series of Capaldi where he is reacting to Clara and dealing with that. That's definitely one of the major things. And I actually really enjoyed the third series with him where you have Bill, and there is a holiday special where Capaldi's doctor does hang out with River Song. They do that, and they tie in the speech that she gives at the end of Force of the Dead, Silence in the Library. They tie it in with kind of how it all set up. You know, she's just like, the last time I saw you, the real you know, came to my doorstep with a new haircut and a suit. And basically he has different hair. He had a suit on. And so, yeah. I'm just going to be real with you guys. I have that whole, I think if I really wanted to try, I have that whole speech by River Song probably memorized, but I'm not going to do that to y'all here. I'm actually going to go ahead and shut this down. That's my reaction to, well, I mean, my reaction to the new trailer for Doctor Who, plus showing y'all Capaldi's war speech, because why the hell not? But that's it for me. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. I'm very excited to see Legend of the Sea Devils. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. But this has been the Officially Unofficial Geek Channel, and I am clearly a Whovian. So, and yes, I did not plan the blue lipstick. It happened by a very lovely coincidence. I definitely put the lipstick on before I knew there was a trailer out. I assure you. But anyways, have a great day. I'll be back obviously tomorrow with my comic review. I only have 3 comics to review this time. But I'll be seeing you guys. Bye.